Okay, so I've actually kind of moved in here now. The place is kind of a mess, so please excuse that. I've literally moved in like yesterday. But I thought I'd just give you a quick run through of the little setup I'm running here. Obviously, this is not the permanent setup I'm running, but I thought I'd just show you, just so you can get an idea of how, simple it is really just to actually go off grid and get yourself a bit of power to run, your basic things you need. But I'll run you through just we'll start here at the kitchen sort of thing. But obviously basic thing, little just gas cooktop. Um, that there is actually the charge controller to a wind turbine I've got mounted up in the corner here. I'm sort of seeing how it goes. I've only just got the charge controller for it and set it up, so I'm curious to see how well it performs. I've only got just a little spare battery I had laying around. I thought I hooked it up. It's dodgy old twist and tape, but it does the job. But I'm just testing that out. So obviously, turbine's not spinning now, so I can't show you a multimeter reading. But I'll try and get the multimeter out when I hear it spinning. It's pretty quiet though, but it does swell up there pretty hard. Anyway, okay. Now onto my little power setup. That's Possum. She's one of the other residents I have here. Gorgeous cat. She's actually settled in surprisingly well. She actually really likes it in the caravan. Last couple of times I've moved, she's been a bit skittish and hasn't been real cranky. But she's actually really liked moving in here, surprisingly. I thought she might be a bit cranky as how small it is, but I think she likes the small space. She's just made herself right at home. As you can see behind her, she's just sitting on my laptop, aren't you, Poss? Hey? Yes, you're gorgeous. Okay. Anyway, but here's my little power setup. It probably looks pretty scary. I might just turn this lamp off so I can get rid of the glare. It's enough light. Ooh, it's a bit dark. I might just move this light. Move this over. Yeah, like that. That might be better. Okay, so just move that light. Just using a normal lamp running through the inverter at the moment. Not the most efficient, I know. I'm going to be setting up 12-volt lighting in here. But for now, it's a light and it's like a caravan, it does a job. And in all honesty, it really doesn't pull much power even running through the inverter. But anyway, generally speaking, this is my little power box that I made. I've made this before moving out here. It's actually just a handy little box, just basically. It's got an inverter in here. Obviously, that's a lid. It actually, everything's everywhere here. See, you can see there's the hole, and there's a little your finger in there to turn it on. I've just encased it in wood and make it all tidy and neat. But that's plugged into. Whoops, just a power out. Sorry, I'm still, everything's everywhere at the moment. This plugged into just a normal power box like this. You don't have to use a fancy one like this. This is just what I have because, well, I'm a chippy, so I've got these good power boxes that have the safety switch. But you can run through a normal power box. But it is a good idea to run it through a safety switch one. At least then your thing is plugged into it a bit safer. Yeah, so on this I can comfortably run last night and today I've been comfortably running fan, laptop, that light. Like to give you an idea, I didn't have the fan on last night. I had the laptop on though, and I fell asleep with the movie playing, and the laptop was still playing. I think at I don't know, it was like I woke up and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. It was still playing, and I turned it off, and this still had power to run the laptop and the fan till about probably, I don't know. I was here. I went out in the morning at lunchtime, and then I came in. It ran comfortably everything till about lunchtime the following day, which is today, and then it ran a bit more this afternoon before the low voltage alarm started going off. So I just basically went out, and because the sun's going down, I thought there's not much point putting on the solar. So what I did is I just got a fully charged battery here, and I've just linked it in to that one just with jump leads, because all that essentially does is Well, that battery is kind of charging that one. Well, not recharging, but it kind of will bring that one. They'll both sort of be halfway, and it's this one here isn't really very good. It's kind of on its last leg, so it doesn't hold charge real well. But it's the only charger I've got. I've got the other two charging on the ute because I haven't got solar panels on the caravan yet. I've only got the solar panels I've put on my ute, which is out there. Yeah, nice and close. I love it. I love being close to that thing again. But yeah, that's enough. You do that if you got basically if you got a dead battery and you can't be bothered. Like I said, it's got a little bit of charge in it. I sort of figure you'll get more power having a little bit of charge on that one and a fully charged battery than this one fully charged. So blah. I'm rambling on about pointless shit. But you can see I just leave the multimeter on there, just so I can get a voltage read, and yeah, you can see it's got 12 volts, so it's really not, they're not fully charged, because like I said, that one's a bit shit. It doesn't really, it only really goes to like 12.5, like it never really goes over that even when it's fully charged, so it's a bit fucked. But this one's good, but it's just dead. But that should be enough to get me through the night. We'll see how it goes. At worst, I might not be able to run the laptop the whole time, but surprisingly as it may be, the fan draws more power than the laptop does. That laptop draws fuck all. Just a little interesting fact. I haven't really looked at the power consumption of things on the back or anything like that, so it probably makes sense I read that. But yeah, laptop doesn't pull much power, surprisingly. Fan does. Keep that in mind. But yeah, I'll take you a walk outside. Here's Weir. She's been lucky enough to sleep inside the caravan, but you're not going to sleep inside there tonight, are you? Because you've been rolling around, as you can see, she's been rolling around in cow shit. Because she is a gross little dog, but that now can't sleep inside, can you? Because there's no way of bathing you at the moment. Duck. But she's gorgeous. She's a good little dog most of the time. She just likes to play in gross things. Now this is kind of just this is just me thinking last minute, because like usual, I came here yesterday, wasn't prepared. Oh shit, I had no gas at the barbecue, so I rigged up this little setup. I've just got some jack stands and a barbecue plate, and I made a fire, and I've been using that yesterday instead to cook my food on. Works quite well, like I cooked some sausages and onions and that. But yeah, and despite me building an electric vehicle, this is my new vehicle that I had to obtain because, well, you know, living out in a property, you kind of need to have a working vehicle. But surprising as it may be, I picked this little gem up for $1,000. A 2001 Mitsubishi Challenger. Fucking nice too. It's got like cruise control, everything in it. Will admit the engine is a little bit. It doesn't sound super healthy, but it runs alright. Like almost $1,000, and like look at the thing, man. I'm pretty happy with that. So this is what will be transporting me in the meantime until I get this wonderful Hilux. Depending who's looking at it, I look at this as wonderful Hilux running. It will be running sooner or later. Again, things have been put on a little bit of a hold, just because, well, setting all that up, you know, may not look like much, but I'm only one person. When you're one person working and trying to look after animals and also fucking pay everything else and build everything basically from the ground up, it takes a while, but it's getting there. It's getting there. As you can see, I've got just a shitty temporary chicken wire fence to keep the dog in, so when I go out she's nice and secure. Obviously the cat just stays in the caravan. She's quite happy in there. But yeah. Yeah, got a little timber down the bottom here. I just sort of used it as you see there's a timber there, and it sort of clamps the wire so it goes nice and close to the ground so she can't stick her nose under there and get out. I suppose if she really wanted to, she could dig, but let's hope she doesn't. Yeah. Got the caravan there. You can see it in the light. We'll try and get somewhere you can, but I actually get a shot of the wind turbine. It's pretty cool, I reckon. It's a bit different. A mate of mine works at a pawn shop and he picked it up for me. Someone came in with it and gave me a call, and well, God, I had to have a fucking wind turbine, didn't I? There we go. The glare's not a bit shitty, but there it is there. I just thought the way I've attached the caravan is, well, I actually just had some PVC pipe laying around that was the right size to fit inside the shaft, or whatever you call it, the hold on the wind turbine. And then I simply just put some strapping brackets around here, and it's actually surprisingly stiff and rigid. It works really well, and the turbine swivels around nice on it to catch the wind. But yeah, that's the glare really doesn't like pick up a white wind turbine, but it's there. There we go, that's better. So you can sort of see it there. That's what's powering the caravan at the moment, along with I also charge batteries on my ute. But yeah, that's just a little run through of my little acre of land that I'm trying to do. Mind the rubbish there. I'm gonna be getting a skip or something to get rid of that shit. At least it's nice green grass. You can see my mate came around the other weekend and slashed a dick into my lawn. If you can see that, it's pretty hard to see. He's made a nice set of balls there at the end, and then the dick goes to my car. So, but still, beautiful, beautiful place here. I love it. Got the dam full over there. It's not my property, that dam, so but it looks nice. I can see it, so that's nice. Yeah. But yeah, so that's just a bit of a run through of the place so far. Gradually be trying to tidy it up. Obviously the place really does need a mow. A lot of things need to be done, lots of things. Plus this car needs to be finished still, because as nice as this car is, I don't trust petrol vehicles. You see that thing there? And there's also a fucking, oh, you can't see it, that's how long the grass is. You can see just a little roof of it there. There's a old Nissan Pulsar. Those both have fucking, I've had those as temporary vehicles to get me by whilst fixing this, and they both fucked out within a year. They may have been cheap cars, but that one, the Pulsar I expected to fuck out, but this one here, this one wasn't too bad, and it fucked out. And so hopefully this thing lasts. It's a really nice car, but like I said, the engine isn't the best, so I'll have to have a look into that. But apart from that, it's a great automobile. Make a fantastic electric car one day. One day. This one's got to be done first. This is the important one. But you know, it's always not. It's always good to have a petrol backup and a potential electric conversion. But anyway, I'm rambling on now, and it's starting to get dark, so I better start getting the fire going so I can cook dinner. Literally, like, how bloody off-grid is that? I've literally got to start a fire to cook. I don't have to, I suppose. I have got a little stove in there, but it's actually surprisingly easier to cook off a fire, so I'll do that. But yeah, that's enough fucking trotting about my property and rambling on for one video, I think. So anyways though, I'll catch you later. I hope you enjoyed that little walk around the property and ramble. Hope you again got some little ideas as well. But yeah, catch you later. Bye. Okay, so I thought I'd add this little bit in just before I edit the video together, because I did this today, but I've added a little 12-volt pump here, so I can, if I can get the focus, just get the glare away as usual. Come on, hopefully you can see this right, but just the switch. Oh, I've just got a drill battery at the moment. It's going to be set up properly, but this is just a temporary, like everything in here at the moment, temporary solution. But anyway, little switch here. You just there you go. Got water out of the tap. It's just at the moment I've just got it into a bottle here just to fill up with water. But again, eventually once I have a water tank, it'll be run directly to the tank. But for now, it's alright. Just fill this bottle up and it runs that, and then that just drains out the side of the caravan there into a bucket, and I collect that water and use it on the garden or wherever I want to use it. I've got no plants at the moment, but it can be collected or it can just strain onto the ground. But yeah, just simple setup. But yeah, just so I can at least have a sink to use, because it was getting a bit annoying not being able to use my sink. But yeah, anyways, I just sort of add that in there. But I'll edit this all together and catch you next time, and I'll show you a bit more when I've got a bit more progress done in here. So I'll catch you later.